I grew up in Ithaca, New York, and my wife went to school here. And we both left in the early 90s, late 80s. And we're living in New York City and lived around the world for a bit. Started a business in Brooklyn, started having kids, and then decided to move back to Ithaca. So we moved back in 2002. We were running a clothing store, an antique store in Ithaca. And then we moved downtown and had an opportunity to buy this building in 2008. So we moved our store into the building, and the building was all vacant in all the upper floors. So we gradually started renovating the building back to full utilization. And then when COVID hit, we had to restructure. So we moved our store next door. Home Green Home moved into our old space, and we renovated the upper floors and moved into the building. So we now occupy 100% of the building. So the building was built 1820s, 1830s. It was just two brick houses, three-story brick houses. And there was a trench which ran towards Seneca Street in the back, which was used as part of the Underground Railroad. There was a door that entered into a kitchen in the basement. And there's still remnants of the kitchen down there with a beehive oven sort of hanging off the wall. When Owego Street became State Street, they decided that the houses needed to be commercial buildings. So this run of buildings got fancy slate mansard roofs. They bumped up the roof line to make them 4 stories, and they put central staircases. So for most of this building's history, there's been photographers on the upper floors. It was originally a tintype studio. So in the back of the building, they cut out part of the floor and put giant skylights in for natural light. For the photo studio, we recreated that where we live up on the 3rd and 4th floor. And then during the 50s, it was a portrait studio, and then that existed through the 70s. We work as artists in the building today. So when we got the building in 2008, the HVAC units were already old, and I've been nursing them along. And we've upgraded the air conditioning side of them a few times, but they really needed replacement. The HVAC unit for our store was still running Freon. We'd converted all the other ones. This one was on its last legs. If it lost another pound, they can't even refill it anymore. So I did not like it leaking. I had to keep a stock of parts, and then things would happen that required contractors to come in, and it was always at the worst possible time. These things always happen on a busy Friday. You're inevitably stuck, with no heating or cooling on a busy weekend in your retail space. That's how it always works. And this building is part of the 2030 project with Peter Berdaglio. That's how I heard about BlocPower. And it made sense for a lot of reasons. Our units needed replacing. They were very inefficient. And the incentives being offered through BlocPower allowed us to get completely off of gas and have new efficient heating and cooling. So we're very happy about that. Dealing with people who know what they're doing, who know how to handle digital documents, it was very easy. I did it all on my phone. It wasn't difficult at all. It was sort of a nice backup, knowing that it came with a very long warranty and service arrangement. From speaking to friends who've done this, the one thing that I was a little worried about was that I have been maintaining ordinary HVAC systems for decades. I know how they work. I know how to change igniters, how to clean them. I don't know anything about heat pumps, and they have a different maintenance schedule. There's different ways of doing it, and knowing that someone's going to be coming and handling it until I know how to take over, that was reassuring. The only thing I was surprised about is that I didn't understand supplemental heat. I've just sort of been dimly aware of the debate about, will heat pumps work, won't they work? And was warned by my regular heating contractor that a heat pump alone wouldn't work in this climate, and yet I would get assurances that it would. So when I finally understood that some of the units have a supplemental heating unit that keeps your building warm while the system cycles during very cold weather, I thought, oh, okay, well that makes sense why they work so well, and also why we would need some new power lines. Very happy to see the old units go. They were very inefficient. It's wonderful to look at those meters down there and not see the little dials moving and just not have to worry about it. Just there's no gas bill. It was a very cost-effective way to deal with a whole bunch of problems all at once, environmental and financial.